Hey there guys, among all the bullshit I had to suffer through during the last several weeks, Hotline Miami 2 was a breeze of fresh air that allowed sinking a lot of frustrations caused by health problems into mindless fake violence. Well, the air is not exactly fresh, it smells like blood and burnt hair, but the game really hits that spot that lets you dive into a trance, making the world around you fade, so the only thing that exists for you is the game's soundtrack and the desire to crush that pixelated man's skull with a pipe. You know, I really like the first Hotline Miami. I've beaten it twice, on my PC and on my Vita. The PC version is better, by the way, because the mouse is miles better for aiming than sticks. That really pays off in a high death risk environment that is every level of Hotline Miami. And the same point is relevant for the second game. But I digress. After beating the first game twice, I think it managed to execute its concept perfectly, and I was kinda scared starting Hotline Miami 2 cause I didn't want to get disappointed. In terms of sequels, I'm never looking for the same old crap but one more time. The whole idea of a sequel is elevating the concept of the predecessor, and I personally couldn't think of a way that could make Hotline Miami 2 feel new and fresh compared to the first one. But thankfully, I was wrong. Hotline Miami 2 is fucking awesome, and in fact I think I like it more than the first one. Still, I can't make sense of the story at all. I think understanding it requires some heavy drugs, and my guy is on vacation. So, as far as I get it, in the first game you play a guy who got on a killing spree because someone called him and told him to, which is a bit strange to say the least. The second game, however, is all over the place in terms of continuity and narrative, so I had very little idea of what was actually happening. And, well, to be honest, the only thing in my head during my playthrough was smash head pipe, toots, toots, toots. And between that there were movies about the killer, a gang of copycats, some detectives, some journalists, jungle fighting, and the finale where you play the guy who I am sure I've killed in the first game, but he somehow battles the copycats that appeared after the murders. The ending in general is just bizarre, not spoiling it, but it is more of an experience than anything else. Kind of a thing that you want to try playing on some LSD. Not encouraging taking drugs or anything, but if you're already on them, might as well try. The worst part, in the second game, I think the story bits are a bit too long, just like that stealth mission in the first game, but much more frequent. The story bits are a good breather between the missions, but half of the time they drag on way too long, so you end up roaming the story level thinking, what the hell am I supposed to do now? Can I go back to killing people, please? In terms of new gameplay features though, Hotline Miami 2 is marvelous, and I haven't even unlocked everything yet, but the variety that is offered makes every next level a pleasant surprise. In the first game the only variety that was there is the level itself, of course, and slight variations on strategy depending on what mask you have chosen. In the second game, not only masks offer sometimes entirely different playstyles, like playing two characters at a time, but the jungle part of the game revolves around the idea of having only two weapons and ammo pickups. Enemy variety has also been increased, not drastically, but there are some interesting special enemies here and there. The dual-wielding pistol cop was great, the whole prison escape part is full of strange blood-crazed motherfuckers, and the fat bastards are the pain to deal with most of the time. Levels became larger, offering new ways to get stabbed or shot, but with that some tweaks to enemy AI had to be made, since there are also a lot more enemies on the level this time. So the gunshot alert range is much smaller and can be used more strategically. But overall, on base difficulty level, I found the enemies kinda stupider this time around and less effective at killing you in general. I don't know why, but in the first game I've always felt like a completely insane underdog, while in Hotline Miami 2 I'm a butcher that is out to get you. Perhaps I just got used to the mechanics and that's it. But my biggest complaint, however, is that incredibly frustrating bug that makes enemies stuck on terrain. It has happened to me almost on every goddamn level, and while they're stuck, the enemy becomes invincible, but when they suddenly get unstuck, they immediately run towards you, trying to murder your ass. That resulted in several bullshit deaths. That needs a fix ASAP. Apart from that, the game is great and runs perfectly. I can totally recommend it, especially if you're mad at the world for something. Hotline Miami offers a nice little rage venting that costs much less than seeing a therapist. That is what I've actually always done. When I was a teenager, it was Unreal Tournament with 20 bots racing to 100 kills while listening to Slayer, and now it's Hotline Miami. Works just as well. Thanks for watching, guys. The name is GrrrVahrrr, and I shall see you from within my next video.